What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Really hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by as ever. Before we get into the video, if you haven't done so already, if you could hit that subscribe button, if you could also like the video for me as well, please. And any comments that you want to make, feel free, leave them in the comment section down below. So, oh, that was stressful. But we are now 8 wins in 8. Something ridiculous like 3 goals conceded and about 30 goals scored now. It wasn't, by any stretch of the imagination, it wasn't the best performance at all. In fact, it was probably our worst performance for a long time. However, what I will say is I don't blame the players for it being a poor performance, considering the amount of travelling we've done over the last week or so. It's just, excuse me, it just, it was probably due to come. I think the quality shone through in the end. We were sloppy, I think, is a fair assessment. We didn't have overall control of midfield, and that kind of showed quite a lot. But I think one of the biggest things that showed was the difference in Piroe and Bamford when they're both playing as the number 9 role, and what Bamford actually brings to the team, and the amount that Bamford actually brings to the team in terms of what his abilities are and what he can do, occupying defenders, stretching defenders. Because what it meant is that both Rutter and Piroe were losing the ball quite a lot as the first half progressed, and it gave Plymouth opportunities, albeit they never really fully tested Meslier. Our defence was as solid as ever. It's another clean sheet again, so you've got to be happy with that side of things. Second half, we really let Plymouth come back into it. There's no ifs, ands or buts about it. Plymouth, well, they'll be sick of the sight of us now, but I'm just pleased that it continues, and we now move on to obviously Leicester next week at home. That game is going to be immense. That game is so important. Winning is a habit, and we seem to be in the habit of winning at the moment. We seem to be in the habit of not conceding. I just want us to be able to do well against Leicester. I want us to get a result. I want us to win, obviously. There was nothing that I saw in today's game that makes me overly concerned. And I'm not saying here and now that we're going to go and smash Leicester to pieces, because I don't think we are. We're two probably very matched and even sides, in fairness. Leicester are obviously running away with the league. Oh, however, with that being said, we need to talk about players that are coming into form at literally just the right time, and we have to have the conversation about Gnonto. I know on WhoScored.com, in terms of top performers, Rutter just squeezed it. I think that's because of getting a goal and an assist with an 8.1. Gnonto came second with a 7.8, but I want to talk about Gnonto's overall play. The finish was lovely, but not just the finish in the attacking side of things, but also his taking control of his defensive responsibilities, which was really nice to see, and getting Archie Gray out of a couple of situations. And again, no slight on Archie Gray. Firpo was fine, got caught out a couple of times, but that's to be expected. He's more of an attacking left-back than anything else. But just that Ampadu Rodon, even if they don't have a good game, they still have a good game. Gruev and Kamara, for me, went off the boil a little bit as the half progressed. Then as the second half came on, they really struggled to kind of get to grips with the midfield aspect of it. And that stemmed from, for me, Rutter and Piroe not being able to hold on to the ball enough, which meant that Kamara and Gruev were having to kind of sweep up for sort of their inability to hold up the ball. Somerville didn't have his best game, but even when he doesn't have a good game, he still kind of has a good game, if that makes sense, because he frightens the life out of defences. Somerville, for me, quiet one. He's been due one for a bit, so I'd rather him get it out of the way this game than have a really, really quiet one at Leicester. DJ looked good when he came on. Not sure how that referee doesn't see that as a penalty, and I'm not sure. I mean, God, what Rutter hit the post, and then that free kick from DJ was just absolutely glorious. Just the nice little chip over the top and smack, bang, finish. It just rattled the crossbar. But it's a win. We move on. We're second again. It's still in our hands. We win every single game remaining, and we go up. It's that simple. Not that that's going to happen, because I'm sure we're going to drop points somewhere. But I had somebody in my Twitter mentions yesterday going, "Oh, you've completely forgotten that Southampton have got a game in hand over you." No, mate, I haven't forgotten. But it just so happens that one of the games that Southampton have to play is against us. So if we beat them, that game in hand doesn't matter. We go up in second. It's that simple. So that's the way that I'm looking at it. It's weird. I don't know how to act because we're winning constantly. It's not easy. It's a struggle. Of course it is. Your heart rate's all over the place. But just overall, I'm really, really pleased that we dug a result out of what you would consider to be a below par performance, which is a really, really good sign. So looking at, in terms of the match report itself, and again, just these funny instances where they tell you the strengths. Plymouth didn't have any significant strengths. But it says about us, we were effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities through individual skill, effective at creating goal-scoring opportunities from counter-attacks, and we were strong at finishing. We were caught offside often as one of our weaknesses, and the weaknesses for Plymouth, they were poor at finishing, gave away a lot of free kicks in and around the box, and they were caught offside often. Styles of play. Plymouth played with width. They favoured long shots, attacked down the left-hand side, favoured crossing the ball. And for us, let me see, we favoured long shots, attacked down the left-hand side, and favoured through balls. If you look at Rutter's goal, lovely finish, by the way. That little just being a bit of a bully from Piru and getting the ball through, that through ball to him. And he had the option of playing it through to Somerville, didn't take it, and just absolutely buries it. That's just what you want him to do every night. Just stick your foot through it, son, and bury it. And he did, and he gets the goal. So that's exactly how we wanted it to be. So in terms of attempts, it was even on attempts. It was 9-7 overall. Again, I don't remember Melier being in any severe amount of trouble, in all honesty. 550 passes to their 392. So overall, we dominated it in terms of the overall possession, but I always say this, these stats are a bit of a misleading concept, because it doesn't matter how much you have possession or the amount of passes that you do. It matters how many times you put the ball in the back of the net, and we put it in the back of the net twice, and that's the thing that's the most important thing. You look at the overall attacking side of things. Obviously, a lot of the attacks happen with Somerville going down the left-hand side, looking at the shot direction side of stuff. Left-hand side for us, and percentage through the middle. From a shot zone point of view, over half of our shots were from inside the 18-yard box and not inside the 6-yard box. From an action zone point of view, yeah, looking at it, it was either midfield or in the home third. Positional-wise, Plymouth sat really, really deep. I'm just looking at it now. Pretty much they had 2 players in our half from a statistical point of view. The rest were either on the halfway line and sitting, like I say, quite deep. With us, again, it's the same as how we always play. You've got Rodon and Ampadu sat holding in terms of the central defensive side of things. We've got you've got Archie Gray, and then you've got Firpo, extreme left-hand sides, Gruev and Kamara slap bang in the middle, and then you've got Piru, Rutter, Somerville, Nonto, just kind of floating wherever they want. But we've got overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 players in their half consistently as it goes. So we sat quite well. Like I said, not the best performance by any stretch of the imagination, but we get the 2 points and we move on, and that's the big thing. And it should, good confidence moving on to the Leicester game. I'd just like to see us rest up now, recharge the batteries, and go at it on Friday night. So, yeah, can we make it 9 wins out of 9? Can we do it? God, I hope so. I really, really hope so. It's weird, this. I'm not used to this, just this constant winning thing. It's that familiarity breeds content, and you don't want to take anything for granted, and I'm not. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video, just my little review of how everything went. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you've not subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. If you've liked the video also. Share the video far and wide. And yeah, that's it. I appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.